everybody, it's 13th Wolfman. Today is day 28 of the 31 days of horror. We got 3 days left, man. That's it. I mean, today's 28, so we got 29, 30, 31st, and it's over. That sucks. 31 days of horror, 31 movies, 31 days, talk a little, I'm not the only one doing this. There is the one and only MSJ. I am the Ice Lord, Nightmare Maven, Retro Horror, Random Horror, Mood 616, Double Shot J. Let's talk about movies. And I did say the one and only MSJ, Brother Max. Yeah, of course, Brother Max. Always like, subscribe, share, and comment. I always want to know what you have to say. When you do subscribe, hit the bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I put something new up. So what's today's movie? Today's movie is called The Head. Yesterday's movie was The Brain That Wouldn't Die. And that movie was all about a guy who was so in love with his girlfriend that he's trying to keep her around. This movie is called The Head. It's more on the diabolical side. It's pretty much a similar movie. I'm not sure which one came out first, but it's basically, so let's just get into it. There's this doctor, Professor Abel, who has figured out how to take a dog's head and keep it alive. Removing it from the body and keeping it alive. Well, another doctor, Dr. Udo, shows up in the middle of the night saying that he wants to work with Professor Abel, and he heard about his experiment. He's a little on the weird side, Dr. Udo. And so he says to Professor Abel, he goes, theoretically, you should be able to do this with a human head. Take a head off of a body, keep it alive, even just like the brain that wouldn't die, Professor Abel has created Serum Z. So there's a serum that helps with this whole process. It's a German film, by the way. So he says, yes, I could theoretically do it, There's a hunchback woman, a hunchback nurse from the village that wants Professor Abel to operate on her so that she could walk upright. She's got this big hump on her back. Looks like a Volkswagen. And he says he can help her. He'll just get in touch with her. He's like a little bit busy right now. It's not impeding her. It's impeding her lifestyle, but it's not impeding her health. So he'll get to her when he can't. He'll call her, get hold of her when he can do something about it, and he has the time. Dr. Udo, on the other hand, goes into town and goes to the Tam Tam Club, which is a local strip club, and sees the body on the stripper and thinks, oh my God, she's got the most beautiful body. Well, it turns out he knows her from back in the day. We don't know how, we don't know why, but Dr. Udo gave this stripper plastic surgery, and so she's unrecognizable to other people. He knows her, but that's because he's worked on her. And I really don't want to get too much more into it, but this movie is, it's slow. Unlike The Brain That Wouldn't Die, both movies are roughly around the same length. I think The Brain That Wouldn't Die was an hour and 22 minutes. And this is an hour and a half. This movie is slow paced compared to that. And The Head, now, there are some aesthetics to, the head in this movie that look really cool. But it doesn't look quite. I mean, even though the brain that wouldn't die, the head is sitting there in a tray. Like I said, it doesn't look as cool as that, and that was very simplistic. This one has a head sitting over a fish tank, and a lot of bubbles from underneath. From the look of it, I mean, it looks really cool, but it doesn't. I don't know. I just felt like the other one sold the illusion a little bit better. I'm going to give this chainsaw and 3/4. It's okay. It's not quite average, you know. It really feels like the same story rehashed. But, I mean, they put their own little twist on it. It's an okay movie. It's, like I said, it's a German film. It's not in German. You could tell that that's dubbed because their lips are moving when they're talking, and it's out of sync. It doesn't quite look right. But yeah, that's day 28. I mean, it's an okay movie. I say this is another one of those movies that I say I recommend it if it's on, like, you know, some kind of Tubi or Friendly, or, I mean, if you see it somewhere, check it out. But it's nothing that you can't. I mean, if you miss it, you miss it. It's no big deal. Let's put it that way. That's the best way to put this. If you miss it, oh well. It's not The Brain That Wouldn't Die, which I say go out and check out. The Head, on the other hand, whatever. That being said, of course, I am the 13th Wolfman. I give a 1 3/4 chainsaws, and I am on the prowl.